Welcome, I'm Mrs. Scheinkoff. Welcome ZDR parents, ZDR Academy. This is our technology orientation part 3. Up until now we have talked about why technology is important in our classrooms for our sons and daughters and students. We also talked about how it's going to be used, edmodo.com, how it's going to be used for our sons and daughters as a platform for them to share their work, for you to see what homeworks or assignments might be late or due, for you to celebrate when they've worked hard and you can see the work that they've put in their writing or in their testing, or you can also see the posts that they're online sharing with the rest of the class, what their contribution is in terms of participation. It's a way for you to see what's going on in that classroom. Now, not all teachers will be using the platform, but for the ones that do, and your son or your daughter can tell you which class will be using Edmodo, you can have that kind of access. You'll be able also to contact the teacher that way, and in terms of privacy, only you will be able to see, only your son or daughter's work, and also what I communicate with your son or daughter. But you will, and others will not see your communications or your child's work. Okay, so we're up to the portion where in the second video I think we talked about we went through the steps of how to get onto Edmodo, how to sign up and how to establish your account. So we, for this third video, I have created another fictitious student. Her name is Linda Levy, and Linda Levy went on and she acquired a parent code for her parent, and I plugged that in, and we made believe that Linda's mom is Rose, because that's my mom. So we have created a fictitious mom, a fake mom. Her name is Rose Levy. I put her name in here, and I put her password in, and we'll make believe that's your name. Let's say you're the parent, right? So, and you put in a password, whatever you can, you will remember, just something simple. And then it asks you, are you a teacher, are you a student, or are you a parent, right? And so you would say that you are a parent. I could have done another word, I know. And then for the parent sign up, okay, so we would put the parent code, which I'm going to do right now. P Okay, so you will have seen that I just had put in Rose Levy. It asked for my first name, it asked for the last name, meaning your first name, your last name. It asked for your email. You do need to put in an email address there, but I believe that all of the students have told me that they have internet access at home, so I believe that most of you will have an email account. And so you put in the email address and just hit, send, and here's where you would end up. You would end up on a page that looks like this. Now, for instance, it will say at the very top, it has this little icon which shows home. If you ever want to get back to this screen, this basic screen, you would just hit the home button. You might go to the calendar. This would be the calendar. Here, it shows us what might be due in the month of September. Now, if we were to look at this arrow, for instance, you'll see that on Tuesday, October 1st, they have a piece due called Is Writing a Right or Privilege response piece. It's for writing workshop, it's for the 9th grade, and it's for the year 2013. And so you would know that they have something due on that day. And that's a way to access the calendar. And teachers can put up their the tests there or papers that are due, and you'll see what's happening. So let's say we want to go back to the home page, right? Okay, so you might notice also that here we have a bar. You might not be able to read the rest of them because there are no, as of yet, there are no grades in or late assignments. But here you'll see it says assignment due and there's a 1. So immediately when you get on this page, you know that your daughter, Jane Levy, has an assignment due called Is Writing a Right or Privilege, and then it gives the parameters and it gives the date, and you can, talk to your student, your daughter, and say, you have an assignment due that day, etc. Now, you might also be able to have, if you have a smartphone, Edmodo contact you and let you know that there's an assignment coming up. So how would you do this? Let's go back to the home page for a minute so we can orient ourselves. And you'll notice here at the top corner it says account. So if you hit the drop down arrow and you go to settings, this allows the parent to individualize their account, and Edmodo will then notify you or not notify you based on what you plug in. So for instance, I gave them this fictitious email account. It's not verified. Oh, here's the name, here's the interesting thing, and then you would save personal info. Here, email and text updates, notification types. So you could have them text you if you would like, right? Let's say text. I'm going to put in my, actually, I don't want to do it online, so I'm not going to do it, but you could have put in your telephone number, and then it would alert you to assignments that are due, or homeworks that are due, or whatnot, and you save the notifications. You could have them contact you either by email or by text. You could be at work and get a text from Edmodo saying that your son or daughter has a test the next day, and that way you can, speak to them and see how their day was going and say, oh, by the way, don't forget, or hey, that you have a test tomorrow. Okay, so that's a fantastic thing.
Would it tell you the day before, or would it tell you as soon as it was posted?
That's a good question. I believe that there is a way to modify when the notification takes place. But I have to look into it, because I remember that I looked into it, and I don't remember what the outcome was, but I'm gonna look into it. It's a good question. So the password. If you don't like your password or whatever, you can change it. That's easy enough. Let's go back to the account for a minute. If you have, you ever need some help, of course, you go to help, and they are very helpful at this website. Actually, they have a team of about 24 people who are available 24/7, and they usually get back to you within a day. And I would always encourage you to log out as opposed to just not, just because it's your private access to the class, and not necessarily for even your son or daughter to see, or if you don't want them to, or another parent or anybody else who just might open the laptop and be on the page. Okay, so let's go back home. Okay, so if you have, for instance, a son or a daughter in the school, and you have done this, and you have now access to their page, you might have another child at the school and wish to see, do you have to establish a whole new account, or wish to see their work? Do you have to do it all over again? No, you do not. All you would have to do is go to Add a Student, and you would enter the student's parent code, because they too will have given you a parent code. You would stick it right here in this box, and then you would tell whether you're the mom, the dad, other, whichever it is, and you would add it, and that's it. And then you would have access to both your son or daughter's work. Here, you will not be able to see it on the screen, but for instance, if there was an assignment that was late, this icon would be bright, and it would show you that they're missing some work and that it's late. Here you might see a new grade. If the teacher using that platform is using the grade book portion, and they input your daughter's grades or son's grades, then you'd be able to see that grade right here. Upcoming event. This would also tell you if we have something going on. We're going on a school trip, and you need to know about it, and you'd like to know the specifics of it. You might see something about the event. And then here is assignment comment. There might be something the teacher wrote about an assignment that your son did or daughter did, and you want to see those comments, you could see them right here. And that's pretty much it. Here, also a little bit hard to see on the screen, on the smartboard, but here it says latest post. So you would be able to see precisely all of the things that your son or daughter posted to the platform, and then anything that I or any of the other teachers posted as well. So, and that's a way for you to see what's happening, what they're saying, what they're contributing, and their level of participation. And I think that's pretty much it. When you get to this point, you'll see that, it's worthwhile to spend a few minutes and just sort of, futz around and not navigate around the website and see where you come to and have fun with it, and also know that it is an option for you to use to keep in touch with what's happening in, your daughter's classroom or your son's classroom, and of course, if you choose to, it's a wonderful addition to our learning this year, and we look forward to the way in which it's going to enrich their classroom. As I said, they use technology every day, our sons and daughters, that's the truth of it, but we aim to use it in a way to enrich and deepen their learning, and not just for chit-chat. And I guess that's pretty much the end of the orientation. I will just say this. You notice that in the examples that I was giving in the demonstration, I went to www.edmodo.com, but I would suggest to parents that you go to http://ZDRacademy.edmodo.com. So I'm going to say that once more. It's http://ZDRacademy.edmodo.com. And that's because we have our own sort of website under the Edmodo umbrella, and from there you'll be able to access everything and anything that's happening in the schools, all of the groups or any communication that the administrators might have for the school in general and not just the individual groups. Okay, so we look forward to your input, and we look forward to your participation, and we look forward to an amazing year. And if you have any questions or need any further help, or actually if you would like any portion of this orientation, if you would like a translation, we can translate it a little bit in Hebrew, we can translate to Arabic, and we look forward to your questions, participation, and a great year. Okay, so Chol Moed, so Chag Sameach, and